Hello, this is Albert. I'm speaking to you today with my opposing viewpoint from my previous speech for Introduction to Public Speaking. The topic is, it's not necessary to call 811 every time you dig. Now, do you have a small excavation job coming up? Do you need to dig now? You don't have 48 hours to wait, or even the weekend? Knowing the law, knowing how to dig safely can eliminate that wait and that danger. I'm speaking to you today to let you know that it's not necessary to call 811 every time that you dig. Let's take a closer look at the legal aspect of this. Here, Texas Utilities Code, Chapter 5, Title 5, Chapter 251, Subchapter D, Section 251.151, clearly states the duty of an excavator to notify a notification center at least 48 hours, not including weekends or legal holidays, before digging. However, a closer look at Subchapter A, Section 251, defines excavate as to remove or otherwise disturb soil to a depth of 16 or more inches. So there you go. You're free to dig without calling 811, so long as you're not digging to a depth of 16 inches or more. Now, we have safety to keep in mind. The following is a slide from the Common Ground Alliance 11.0. Here we see excavating within a tolerance zone practice description as safe, prudent, non-evasive methods that require the excavator to manually determine the actual location of a facility. As long as all your excavation is done this way, you're doing all you can do and you're staying safe. Now, the tolerance zone is 18 inches from any underground utility, the width of the utility, and of course 18 inches on the other side. That's basically where a locator would come and mark a line if you had called 811. And if you're not digging over 6 inches or 16 inches or 16 inches or more, there's no need to call 811. Now, by no means am I advising you that it's okay to dig without calling 811 every time. But keep these items in mind. Here's a link to the Texas Administrative Code. The Texas Railroad Commission is the enforcing agent for the Texas Utilities Code. Basically the same rules. You need to adhere to these as well. Here you'll find the same notification rule and criminal penalties for not doing so. With all this said, it's not necessary to call 811 every time you dig. Know the rules. Dig safe. Here is a snapshot of call 811 before you dig. Actually, it's call811.com before you dig. Here you'll find helpful information to help you decide whether you need to call 811 if you're not sure. Just keep in mind, it's not always important to call 811 if you're staying within the law. Now, as I clearly stated before, that 16-inch rule is what gets you out of it. If you're not digging 16 inches or more, there's no need to it. Now, digging by hand is probably your safer way, and I don't mean by hand with your nails and fingers. I mean by shovel, pig, or post hole digger. You want to stay away from track hoes, buckets, backhoes, anything like that that's actually motorized. As long as you dig by hand, you're staying safe. As long as you're digging within 16 inches or less, 15 inches or less, you're good to go. There's no need to call 811. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.